Good evening, everyone. My name is Ricciardelli, and before I begin, I'd like to thank the Harding faculty and administration for creating this wonderful graduation ceremony. I'd also like to thank my parents and family members who have come here today to witness my sister and I, and my fellow 8th grade graduates depart from this place that we've learned to call home, and open the doors to a new one. As we gather here today, I'm honored to stand before you on behalf of the middle school graduating class of 2023. Looking back on these 2 years of being here, it's truly incredible how far we've come. I remember my first day at HCS like it was yesterday. I distinctly recall scurrying through the hallways and depths of this new school, unaware of where to go, and praying to God that the classes I was headed to were actually the right ones. And yet, even under all that overwhelming pressure on the first day, it seemed God had declined my call. I realized that fact when I noticed the Spanish classroom I had entered and sat down in wasn't actually the Spanish classroom, but the Chinese. Reflecting on my middle school memories, this experience seems like something from a novel. At the beginning of my HCS year, my pages were completely blank. I had no idea what to expect, what characters would be introduced into my life, and what conflicts I would face. And I didn't even know what the plot was either. Considering that embarrassing memory from before, I realized my story would eventually face its first conflict: change. I had to accept meeting new friends and leaving my old ones. I had to abandon my old school that had inhabited me for 8 whole years and just simply learn to adjust to a new one. Although, if I could travel back to my past self and tell him not to worry, I would. Because these past 2 years, I'm proud to admit that Harding Township has welcomed me as their own and brought me closer to the warm-hearted people inside the HDS family. Looking back at our journey, we've come a long way since middle school. We've learned new subjects, explored different interests, and survived countless tests, projects, and presentations. We've also encountered personal struggles that tested our resilience, empathy, and growth. Though standing before you all, I wish to reflect on our school experience. We spent countless hours not only learning new things, but discovering our passions in the many classrooms scattered through the hallways just outside those gym doors. No matter whether someone has been here since pre-K or joined the HCS family this year, we have all made beautiful memories with each other that will last a lifetime. Before I continue with my speech, I want to acknowledge the loving staff for their unflagging guidance and enlightenment. They've been like lighthouses, guiding us through the storms and helping us find our way throughout middle school. Our gratitude goes out to them for supporting us through our journey to success. However, I would like to honor some specific teachers who have significantly impacted my time here. I first want to thank my history teacher, Mr. Hoffman. Mr. Hoffman, you have been my homeroom teacher for my 2 years at Harding, and I will never forget your warm greetings whenever I walk into your classroom. Despite my lack of enthusiasm, I actually enjoy learning history and look forward to your class every day. The second person I want to thank is Mrs. Warner. Mrs. Warner, you are literally the best English teacher any student could ever ask for, and I mean it. Your encouragement and brilliant teachings have helped me grow as a writer. Every day I absorb new information and valuable advice from you that improves my literacy skills and gives me helpful life lessons for the future. As much as you are a teacher, you are also a caretaker and a role model for us all. Thank you so much for your support. We'll miss you. In addition, I would like to thank Dr. Spelker and Mrs. Friedman for their outstanding contributions to the school. Thank you, Dr. Spelker, for making school slightly more fun for me. Your fist bumps every time I walk into this building will always be remembered. I appreciate your jokes and curiosity in my theatrical activities as well. You're the best. As for Mrs. Friedman, I don't know you as well as the others, but I do know that you're doing an excellent job as a newly appointed principal. Maintaining student safety and putting on a smile for everybody is always your top priority. Though the last and most meaningful person I want to thank is my course teacher, Ms. Carell. Ms. Carell, your undeniable devotion to the arts has molded me into a better actor, singer, and student as a whole. I'll miss the fun everyone had during the middle school plays, and the Friday luncheons we used to have as well. Of all the plays I've done, the Harding musicals are definitely my favorite, for they hold a memory in my heart that I will cherish forever. You are a brilliant director and teacher who consistently supports me throughout my most challenging times. Thank you so much, Ms. Carell, for everything. Furthermore, I'd like to congratulate my fellow graduates for their diligence, dedication, and success. Today marks the end of our middle school journey and the beginning of the next era in our lives. Despite the difficult times we will experience in high school, we'll also enjoy the special moments. We will inevitably discover more upcoming passions, talents, and goals that will inspire us to pursue our dreams. We'll encounter people that may become lifelong friends. Whatever path we choose, let us remember the lessons we learned at Harding and apply them to our lives. I encourage every one of you to continue exploring your passions and interests. Try new things, take risks, and don't be afraid to fail. we can achieve remarkable things if we put our minds in the right direction. Unfortunately, as the 8th grade year ends, so does this story. As you may recall before, my book was unwritten. Nothing filled this page, not one speck of ink or color. But now that I'm standing here behind this podium, ahead of my classmates, my friends, ready to embark on their next voyage, I realize my novel is finally near its end. Throughout 7th, 8th, and 8th grade, my pages have flourished with writing upon writing, introducing various characters like the teachers I thanked previously, and the friends I made along the way. I experienced problems, bad grades, and humiliating incidents, yet solved them with solutions and a confident, positive attitude all throughout. Chapters upon chapters stack themselves into a fantastic HTS experience, a book titled Middle School. However, as this book begins to close, we open a new one. We have another book to write, filled with many blank pages waiting for us to fill in with our stories once again. Can you guess what this one's called? Congratulations, middle school graduates of 2023. And remember, we are the authors of our lives. It's up to us to decide what kind of story we want to write. Thank you.